All right, so now we're continuing part two. But before we go forward, let me tell you something. I am not pro Palestine or pro Hamas. And you all know if we do something for the Jews, where does it go? Meanwhile, why is Warda and their group lying? Today I'm going to expose something. First of all, when you see me doing this, it's been my trend, this type of hairstyle. Maybe you didn't know I'm Mima Muhammad Idi. So my copycats, Saidas, and I don't know, whoever, the Warda, what do you want here? If you're moderating, no, and speak your truth. I'm sitting here moderating Mima Muhammad Idi's work. Or you want to call me Aisha? But I'm Mima, you can see it yourself. Not Rueda, not Ronnie, I don't know, blah, 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 bullshit. See that? And I'm not from Tanzania. I have people moderating also from Tanzania. But why do you have to lie? Hamas, pack your shit, get the hell out of here. Since when? Mima and Hamas. Don't you know this is also Jewish? Don't you see the men who have ringlets? Maybe that's when you'll understand the hidden secret of cults. Where does it start from? The Jews. Have I made myself clear? I show them the exit door and let them go. You're not taking over anything. Not even Gaza. Get out of here. Back to our New Year's reading. Do you see the toxic vibration that you have and you still want to keep such shit? Grow up. These are not people you can build with. They're always conflicting on among even themselves. Are these people you can put in your team? And I hope this should be a lesson to you, Team Gaza. Your enemy is always here. Israel is not your enemy or anybody else. Your enemies are your own people there. Because Hamas doesn't want to stop. How will they make money? You know, their life is all dirty. Talk of drugs, illegal weapons, that's how they thrive. They want to keep the conflict going so that you can continue having businesses in tunnels. They make millions out of it. At your cost, at your freedom's cost. And until you wake up, you will continue to be slaves of Hamas. And I hope they can hear me. They know very well, I will never support that shit. Get to know who's Mima. And to the copycats, I don't know, psychic from Atlanta, can you stop that shit? If you're sitting moderating, moderate. But don't lie that you're a psychic or this. Come on, we are not on the same league. And I'm not bragging, but I'm just giving you facts. Stop your shit. You can see me in a ponytail like this. You can see me in ringlets because I have many entries. And I play with them. In many shape or form. I've connected with Aldi. I have not given them anything. So I had to look for something which resembles Aldi. And I got it. But does it change me from being Reve or anything? No. Maybe the colors behind can talk. There's a pink you can't see properly. There's a blue and all colors. I'm everywhere. I am everywhere. If you can't keep up with my pace, the gate is open. Get the hell out of here. So let's continue. We have done the main decoding of the numbers and so on and so forth. Next, now, I'll decode every year. And then, as usual, like we always do, I pull cards and pass information. Don't worry, my third eye is open and lit. So we're gonna see through the whole year. We're gonna start with Rosh Hashanah. I know it's backdated, but I will tell you, maybe you can see the events which have happened and you can like check and say like, oh yeah, it's true, it's working. And before we start, do you know I've put a memory card here, and this memory card is used by the team of 32, and I think these are the pro-Palestine, pro-Hamas bullshit. Please kick them out of here. Nobody's entitled to anything or drag me into a place where I'm not supposed to be working with. You can't keep up with my pace, leave. But you don't take my name and my work and put it in a position where assholes who have no respect, and I'm sorry I'm using filthy words, they have no respect for humanity, to come here and pretend you are taking over. Taking over who and what? Did you work for it? Now pack your shit and get the hell out of here. I'm not Palestinian. You can't play around with me. You wanted to kill me there as David. I showed you. I had to wait only 2 days for an emergency code, and I took out the asshole who was trying to be a bully here. And until today, yet the Hamas leader is still living. I told you, tell him to unveil himself and show his face, because I know I did take him out. And how come I still, the David that you wanted to kill in Mima's energy went back alive? Get to know who I am. I can look like a kid with a baby face, but my work speaks volume. Respect my respect. So take your Hamas shit out of here and don't ever sit again in my team. Rosh Hashanah this year happened in September 22nd and 24th. Between 22nd until 24th. Well, I was celebrating my birthday on 27th. So we just clicked. But let's see. What was the vibration then? Because it passed, I'm a little bit late. Normally I do it before so that you know what's coming. But it's okay. Whatever card I'll pick and message I'll get, maybe some of you will be resonating with it. Yeah. Chariot. It's a major arcana, 4th house. It's all about lineages, traveling, movement, cars, and at the same time, sometimes something from the past. Most of you have come to realize just immediately on the new year, of course, there will be traveling, families traveling from one corner to another, maybe coming to visit you at home. But I also manifested cars. If people are smart, team elegant women, you'll understand what I'm talking about. Remember Mitsubishi, I said, it will either drive you to success, to your destination, or destroy you. And it happened. It was through the car. Qatari delegates in Egypt got an accident and 3 of them were killed, I think. But it was also through the same transport the hostages reached home safely. Do you see how it works? So the main theme of this year is also moving forward. As I've also recorded it in the first video, you need to move forward. Leave the past behind. Leave these people who want to push you behind and they're not ready to build. Rather distract and just dominate. You don't need that. Move on. Balance your yin and yang. And we all decoded it in that 5786. Balance your yin and yang and move on. And please don't be fooled, because I decoded the numbers in Jewish and I decoded it in Islamic. They have no right to control anything. I told them openly, yes, I'm a Muslim, but you know my Jewish roots, but I will not entertain that kind of bullshit here. So I'm really pissed off to see that bullshit of Hamas is taking over Gaza, blah, 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 blah. It's up to them. If Gaza, they want to go to Hamas, forget about us. We will not help you to build or anything. But if you know the value of your future and your children, you will have to let go what doesn't make sense, move forward where you're going to get help and success. So for the Rosh Hashanah back, it's Rosh Hashanah, as I said, traveling, and this year is the year to move forward. There will be a lot of traveling, a lot of movement. If you happen to be in a auto industry business, maybe your business was not doing good, it's gonna improve, but maybe you will need to change, alter some few stuff. Maybe there's some cars you'll need to let go, not sell them, and choose other articles that are in the market, and you'll see things moving forward. I'm also seeing partnership. So partnership will be moving forward. And yep, this is the hooking now we spoke about. That hooking in 6. This is all about partnership. Things are going to move forward. It's not only about relationship with male or female only. Partnership with everybody. You will connect with the right people in the family, right people at work. Partnership, international, diplomacy, and so on. Things are going to balance. Yep, you might have your own difference, religious difference, geographical difference, language, races, but it seems you might be getting the right person who will be clicking from personal to international. So it can be in different matters. Like right now we have seen the diplomacy, how it took place. Donald Trump had to step in, and then the negotiation with the Arab League and so on and so forth, and hostages were released. So you see, the diplomatic, despite the differences, still things moved forward. So this is the theme of the year. It's all about diplomacy and balancing everything, and things will move forward. So the next holiday we have is October 1st, 2nd, which is also past. That's the Yom Kippur, the Day of Atonement, where we fast, pray, ask God for forgiveness, and since we are starting a new year, that everything goes well. And what we had to expect on this day was, abundance. When you atone your sins, God opened the doors for us. And when the doors open, it's all about self-sufficiency. It's not about big wealth. Just because you can afford to pay your bills, live comfortably, you have a good health, a family around you, and you're surrounded by good environment, workplace, and so on, that's what you need. You don't need much. You don't need billions in the bank when you're in the ICU in a life support. What's the point? The biggest wealth is your well-being. So this is one of the theme of Yom Kippur, that when you atone yourself and ask God for what's good for us, and not to have a lot of money when we cannot keep up with it, or our health, or we get one part and the rest is not. No, balance everything, to pray and be atoned so that our life can be better. Yes, it's okay to pray for more money and everything, but accompany it with your well-being. Because more money, more problem, more health issues come sometimes, and so on and so forth, because of stress. But when you have the right balance in your life, everything falls into place. So this was the theme of Yom Kippur, asking for atonement, but also asking God to forgive us and put our life back in order, where we can have the richness of all our basic needs, what we need. And it shouldn't be, even if it's a little, but we are having that comfort. That was the theme of Yom Kippur. And most of us are going to get it, because 9 also is the highest octagon number in the triangle in Kabbalah also. It means yes. Then we just finished Sukkot. I love Sukkot. We finished the Festival of Tabernacles, and this is one of the best holidays. Sukkot is the time when celebrating when the freedom of the Jews, but where they were having temporary homesteads. So it was more like a hut, and there was it was too much heat and so much, like the weather was so inconvenient, and God promised Musa, I'm gonna send a cloud that will give you shade, and so that you can come bring yourself to safer places. And that's where they celebrated and had that huts. That's why Sukkot people are celebrating always outdoors with huts and having very nice food, soups, salads, and so on and so forth. By the way, in Rosh Hashanah, we always say, dip your apple in the honey, meaning making your year sweet. And well, that's the theme. So many things are going to move forward. There'll be a lot of partnership, meeting with the right people, but falling out with the wrong ones, which is okay. Then we had Shemini Atzeret, which is also October. Sukkah was from 6th to 13th, 7 days of festivity and prayers, happiness, and children decorating, and so on and so forth. Just after that, we had Shemini Atzeret, and that was on October 13 to 14. And what were we expecting on this day? Yeah, losses will be there. Yes, we did see coffins coming, so it was not happiness for most of the families, and it was a sad moment. Of course, nobody wants to see such kind of energy, but it is what it is. You don't get everything in life. When we have one happiness, the other side falls. So yeah, there was a lot of losses, or there were losses, and this can also be someone maybe watching their bank, oh, I overspent, or getting a little bit disappointment. And we can see, we saw it internationally, that bodies were going back to Israel of the hostages who have passed away. So it was not happiness on that day. It was also on 13/14, and in the big, on the outer look, also on the Shemini Atzeret, most people have experienced, maybe like you feel like you've lost, or you felt lost. You don't need to worry. It's something that, yeah, it can be something financial. You feel like you've lost money, of course, because after the celebrations and everything, oh, look, we spent so much. It's okay. Things are bound to happen. As I said, whatever is taken away from you, it's for the best, because there's something good coming in. Yeah, this card fell. Yeah, just like Moses, he lost everything from Pharaoh's palace, a very comfortable life, and he was in the desert feeling like empty, but with just one stick, and he had his four of wands, which is the stability. So yeah, there will be losses on that day, or you're gonna encounter loss a little bit. Oh, I spent so much on this and that, but it's okay. It's bound to happen, because what's coming, it was needed. You needed to release something for something good to come on board, or maybe God has taken it as part of your test out of your life so that you can feel better. Then we have also Simchat Torah, which was also on October 14/15 until yesterday. That was the beginning of the annual Torah reading, the cycle. Now you're starting the new year cycle of Torah reading, and this is also celebrated as a milestone. People dance, and do you know those, it's called Hakafoth. How do I explain this? Hakafoth, you know, the 7 circuits. That's what they call Hakafoth, the 7 circuits, and then they carry the scrolls, and you go around and dance with them, because it's like you've committed a milestone, finishing your Torah for the whole year reading, and you're beginning a new cycle. So what does it bring for us? What is the energy vibration of Simchat Torah? Yeah, you might feel like you have no defense, but in reality it's because you're putting your defense down. You are finishing. This is 7 of Wands, isn't it? Yeah, 7 of Wands in reverse. Remember the 7 of circuits. You have finished, because your guard was up. You're protecting yourself through that prayer. You finished that cycle, so you're celebrating. But what comes next, you have to start now afresh. That's why you're celebrating, yeah, because you earned your star. It's like a stardom. So now you're starting afresh. The purity has been obtained. The purity has been obtained. You're starting afresh. So the 7th circuit, the Simchat Torah day, and you have finished that process of Hakafoth. So what happens next is now you're being, it's like a rebirth. It's like a rebirth. You have finished that chapter, since a new year, new cycle. You're so clean. So start again and gain the stardom and wisdom and the blessings from God, because you balanced yourself on land and in water. So it means up and down, in flesh and in blood, which is very beautiful energy. Very beautiful energy. So the next one is, we're going to see Hanukkah. Hanukkah is a festival of light. That is more like the Christmas version of the Jews. This year it will be on 14 until 22nd. So what do we expect now on Hanukkah? Wow, justice. I love this, because I'm a Libra. And when you get this card on the Festival of Lights, it means this is something big. It's a major arcana, remember? And the scales. So what does that mean? Justice at its finest. So continue praying, do your work, and do whatever you're doing. During Hanukkah, it's the time you're going to see a huge change in your life. The scales will be balanced and a huge reward will come. It can come in many ways. I'm seeing something here. The first thing I'm seeing is a paper and shaking hands. So you can get a big promotion that you least expected. It's a present maybe from your boss, but it's something you never expected. Like I'm seeing, yeah, it's not in a bad way. It's a good way. Someone is planning something secretly. Somebody's planning something secretly, and it's on the Hanukkah day. This person will reveal what they're planning. So if somebody was also doing like shady stuff behind the scene, you're going to be sitting first row watching how justice unfolds and whoop this person to their ground on the Hanukkah day from 14 to 22nd. Expect the unexpected. So if some maybe can also, yeah, when you have an enemy, the scale is balanced. I guarantee you, your enemy is falling on this day, in those dates, 14 to 22nd, on the Hanukkah energy. They are going to fall. And at the same time, I'm seeing, but this is justice. It's beautiful energy. I don't see negativity mostly. It's what I'm getting is most of you can even get like rings. For example, if someone was going to propose to you, this person is secretly planning, and exactly on the Hanukkah, that's the present you'll receive. Boom, this person comes like, hey, this is your Hanukkah present. And when you open, you find a ring. Will you marry me? Something of that sort. As I said, I see paper. It can be buying a property. I'm also seeing people getting promotion, but it's all about smiles and success. And for your enemies, I promise you, keep this record. Your enemies are about to be tanked down in the worst way. Yep, as I say, this can be promotion of increase of finances, increase of wealth, something beautiful, justice. If somebody has been taking advantage of you financially between 14th and 22nd, don't feel sorry. This person is about to lose everything also because their scales will be balanced. So this is very beautiful energy for Hanukkah. Then we have the fast of Tevet, which is going to be on 30th December. Then we are heading to the New Year's Eve. On this day, on Asara B'Tevet, the 10th day of the Jewish month of Tevet, in the year 3336, from creation, that was 425 BCE, the armies of the Babylonian Emperor Nebuchadnezzar laid siege to Jerusalem. So what happens on this day is the day is observed by fasting, mourning, and a lot of repentance. So what do we expect on this day or in the month of Tevet? On the 10th day? Temperance. Yep, temperance. When they were holding people, Nebuchadnezzar, the emperor, held Jerusalem in siege. And when you fast on this day, so it's like remembrance, but at the same time, what I'm saying is balance. So yes, do fast if you can fast, because what is going to happen here, balance is here. The sun is rising, which in the global Western calendar, that is the almost we're heading to the New Year's Eve. So your new beginning will start. Mourn, repent, atone, fast, but there is something that is going to come. As I said, in Hanukkah, you're going to get a surprise, but after that, in the 10th of Tevet, sorry, it's like a whole new dawn. You see, the sun is rising, balance is coming into your life, more like angelic energy. Your balance is coming to your life. You might feel like you feel left out, your life is not in balance, finances will look good, so many things are going to change in your life. You're going to see changes. Balance is being brought. It's like a new dawn. So which means you can get something very big happening in your life. That's very beautiful. All right, so then we go on 15th Shevat. That is going to be February 2nd on 2026. That's the New Year's of trees. And we know that in the clans, the Jewish clan, we have the clan of trees, isn't it? So this is their New Year, the New Year of trees. What happened on this day? It's plant a tree, plant a new life. Plant a new life. Every seed you put is a reflection of what you have. I suggest, because my spiritual teacher, you all know that I get downloads. I have spiritual teachers. I don't go to books. My spiritual teacher that passes me knowledge through the Kabbalah is on the New Year of Tree of Life. They suggest that you put seeds with intention of, you use like the Tree of Life, all of it. Take every seed, or if you can use same plant, different plants, and plant. I'm planting Netzve, I'm putting Geborah, I'm putting Hod. Like every seed from the Tree of Life, the energy. Plant something. You can do it outdoor. You can keep the plants for you at home, or you can go in the wilderness. And for those who are doing like organization, like you do NGOs, you can make like a wild plant, tree planting activity, and take advantage of this, because when you plant as per on this New Year of the trees on 15th Shevat, which is February 2nd, what happens is you are putting energies, you are manifesting from the Mother Gaia, from the ground. You are bringing life. And if you do it yourself, it's good you buy the seeds from your own pocket and plant that tree from the seed. It's better not to buy a tree from nursery. The best energy is you put it yourself, the seed, and then you go and plant that thing. So you can prepare the plant in advance, and the day where it's on 15th Shevat, that is 2nd February, you take whatever you have prepared as the seed has germinated, go and put it down on the ground yourself. You're going to see changes in your life. I'm going to talk about my own personal experience. Every time I feel extremely stuck, I play around with the energy of plants, and I never fail. It really works. You always find your way out, and your energy gets rejuvenated. Yes, you're going to defeat what was holding you back on this day, 15th Shevat on 2nd February. Use this tree I'm giving you. It's one of the secrets of Kabbalah, but we are allowed to use. You don't give the details of how you do the seedling and how you plant, but I've just given you the basic, which is okay to share. The rest I can't. But you can use this tactic. You free yourself. This can be from self-imposed addictions, or maybe you have fear in you. You've tried everything, it's not working. Try this tip I've given you on the New Year's of trees, 2nd February. You will be shocked, because whatever shackles were there, even if it's maybe a spell, you have been stuck in a spell, bury the seed, whatever germinates, the more it germinates, that spell is breaking off. Whatever shackle, like the devil, you see, is controlling. They can't control you. You're breaking free. Every time that seed grows,